Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Paris map, and it's DrkAvngr from Saints Clan. He's in the Alpine Tiger. Now, this is Tier 8 Chinese premium tank. It's got nice designs on the turret. It's available typically in the black market campaigns and sometimes off it, but yeah, it's a fairly rare tank. It's not a fantastic heavy tank, but I think DrkAvngr's got a good handle on how to play it. He's heading to the battle line. He was spotted there, but it's just targets ducked out of the way. But doing the right thing by putting his frontal armor towards that area. Looks probably the Batchat 12T that spotted him. Alright, so it's come to the area where the heavy tanks normally brawl, but instead of going down to the bottom, he's picking this area at the top here. And he's going to be waiting for a little while here, so we'll just speed up this section. It's quite possible he was called away and parked his tank, stepped out to have a cigarette, who knows, but just speed this up until he can actually take some action. Here we go. Right, so back in the saddle, so to speak. He's got this renegade in front of him. He's just using a bit of a meat shield. And he's just looking to shoot into the renegade in front of the target. He's got being able to shoot down onto the engine deck or close to it because of the angle of the renegade. So now the renegade's doing a good job hiding his tumor on top of the tank. So there's the one that's in front of him, but using him, this one has a bit of a meat shield. You can see an unusual view of the inside of the tank. Now it's DrkAvngr doing that, not me, so being a bit of a tourist, but side scraping here, and I'll need to take a hit there before. He's got a T-34 there, managed to put a nice shot into there. And if you're not familiar with the gun on this, let's have a quick look at the rounds. So standard round is 390 average damage, but only pen of 196. And the heat round gives you 250 pen, so really not a very strong tank in terms of its ability to battle higher tiers, but luckily this is an all tier 8 game, so happy to use standard rounds. Will do for most of the targets he's got in front of him. And 122mm means he can overmatch 40mm of armor, basically. A round just goes past, doesn't connect with him, but he knows then he's got the reload. Takes that round into his tracks, and he's got the engine deck again of the renegade. One more shot and that renegade's gone most likely, so he's just staying into position here. Can he do that? Just baiting the shot again. Shot coming in there, not clear who that was from, but it bounced well short of the renegade. Let's go to T-56, goes down. The team's pretty even. One more shot here on this renegade. Oh no, he's got a better target in front of him, a nice 2-2 who's decided to be brave about it. It's already been taken down to 128, and as we speak, gets sent back to the garage. Now, it doesn't have the renegade there, he's got the roof. Oh, just come forward a little bit more, but it doesn't really matter. You can put that on the upper plate of the T-34, and again, they're angled down because of the slope they're on. If you're in part of that rubble, you really need to sort of push yourself up on the rubble to sort of re-level your tank and make it hard to shoot down on top of you. Because every tank basically has got much thinner armor on the turret top and on the engine deck. Renegade's gone back to the garage as well, and unfortunately that just didn't connect in the right spot with the T-34. Could have gone a little bit higher and gone into the gun mantlet, which is pretty strong on that tank. But he's still got the chance to shoot down, but just pushing his shot there a little bit. Now there's a 110 has come forward. He's probably going to regret this in a second if he pushes around too far. Well, didn't regret that one, but that one bounced. So is he going to get the right angle here by there? No, he's been taken down to a one shot. Oh no, low roll. Leaves him on 21 hit points. Not a too low roll actually, really. It was pretty just under the average. But the Renegade now, having taken a bit of a beating, decides to retire. And for some reason, DrkAvngr switched to HE, and I'm not sure if that's just a slip on the keypad. Maybe he's going after that 110. He wants to use the lowest rated shell possible. Oh, and he finds us. Well, that was nice timing. Managed just to slap 500 into the SU-130 PM, who's up on the bridge there. So just quite lucky to have an HE shell loaded there. I don't think he was anticipating that exactly. Now, unfortunately, the Renegade goes down, and that's taken them down to -2 in terms of the tanks, but they're a little bit up on hit points, and they've definitely got some heavily damaged tanks here. So now, absolutely no shame now in using the Renegade as a meat shield, but it's also blocking him a bit. He's only got a very narrow window here, and it's not quite the view that he wanted to get. T-34 goes down to the Barask. Now there's just that 110 on 21 hit points. Can he get an angle on it? He should be able to. Yeah, he does and gets the kill. Still firing HE. And again, not 100% sure that he's aware that's the shell he's shooting. But nonetheless, it had the right effect. And okay, suddenly switches back to the heat round. So, yeah, just either he was economizing deliberately or thought he'd hit the heat. Alright, now it's time to slow the game down. DrkAvngr thinks. He's trying to get a bit more support from the Barask. The Barask obviously doesn't want to get too close to those heavy tanks, wants to be opportunistic. And there's still a bit of a fight going on the top of the map. And everyone just holding it still for a moment, so let's just speed it up a little bit. DrkAvngr just checking out things. But no one seems to be there, so they've either moved off or they're just waiting for him to come down and push into the trap. But the Barask just, you can just see there on the minimap, the Barask inching closer and closer, trying to light the targets up. And there you go, DrkAvngr saying wait for them to push. Now there's still 5 minutes to go, so that's not necessarily a bad strategy at this time. There you go, Scorpion G being spotted by the Borsig. And unfortunately, their light tank gets taken out by a Charioteer down in the field area. So, okay, let's get back to normal speed now. They've got the 53 TP crossing, and he's not crossing anymore. Now let's go to T56. Shoots into the Avenger, so he knows he's got the reload drop on the Skoda. One more shot into him. Okay, side scraping now. No shot, no shot. Oh, he's gone back to HE, so maybe he's going to keep him tracked. And doing reasonable damage there with an HE shell. I'm just a bit surprised how well that shell's working, to be honest. Maybe it's because it's same tier, it's a bit hard to say. Unfortunately, that shot just didn't quite connect in the sense that the Skoda actually moved out of the way, held up by the bridge. But no matter, the Barask takes out the Skoda, and then unfortunately the Scorpion G takes out the Barask. So, Barask cursing his own luck there. And Dark just checking out, should he go up and help the CS52 and the Borsig, or deal with this Scorpion G by himself. So I think he's not too keen on dealing with the Scorpion, but the game is very much on a knife edge at the moment. Equal tanks destroyed and pretty much equal on hit points too. So it's just coming around here, poking a little bit. Okay, no, it's got the Scorpion proximity spotted. He's on full health, hasn't taken a hit yet. And Dark switches to HE, good move now. Can be a bit tricky shooting Scorpions with HE, but it's definitely worth trying. But he wants the Scorpion to come round and try and get a shot into his side would be the best result. So he just backs away here, trying to change the angle. Scorpion is still coming round. Oh, just holds his shot there. Okay, that was a good idea, but it looks like there's two tanks there now. So the Scorpion Jeep pushing round. Gets nice 400 roll here, but now he's getting attacked by the CS-52 LAS as well. So he wants to focus on the Scorpion. He's got the more dangerous gun. He can afford to take a couple of shots from the CS-52, and there's one. He'll definitely survive another one as long as he doesn't get shot by the Scorpion. So he actually changes his mind, goes after the CS-52, shoots him, and unfortunately gets shot by the Scorpion at the same time. And that looks like to be the end of the game, I would think. There's still the CS-52 LAS is in the middle, not doing a whole lot. And he's in a... okay, he's pinned down here by the Type 59, it looks like, and the Charioteer. Only 2 minutes to go. And yeah, he's taking hits from Type 59, and he's no longer... everyone's moved in to get rid of him, and now it's just the Artie left. So this is sort of game over. Unfortunately, good effort there from DrkAvngr, doing just under 5k of damage, but it's not going to be his day. So let's jump forward to the results screen. Well, that might have been DrkAvngr's last stand, but he did pick up the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge and the High Caliber Award for the most damage. 5.5k of damage and 2 kills, but that couldn't really bring that match back. So if we went into the team, 919 base experience in a losing team, and that's base experience, not just without the additional courageous resistance. So that's a really good performance there. Almost double the next best tank, the CS-52, who did 3k. So although they tried to get him to come back down, he had done a fair bit. I'm assuming it's the same one actually, but a bit hard to tell. Anyway, the Brass did 2k, but yeah, really must have missed a couple of shots, I think, from what he said. And on the enemy team, the Charioteer came out just on top, but the CS-52 that killed Dark or Scorpion combined, yeah. So look, but unfortunate there. The team just failed a bit. There's quite a few low scoring tanks there. 21 shots fired, 20 hits, so good shooting there. 13 penetrations, but that includes the HE, which didn't have to penetrate to do damage. So you can see 3 splash damages there. So that would be 16 hits basically that did damage, and very small amount of system damage there. And with the few battle payments and mission payments, I managed to pull in just over 200k of credit, so that would obviously compensate a little bit there. And you can see here the achievements there in EXP is the courageous resistance for coming up as the best player in a losing team, right across the game itself. So that's just over 1400 base experience, certainly enough for an ace tanker. Anyway, great game there from DrkAvngr. Not the best result for him, but nonetheless well worth watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing that as well. More great content will follow, and thanks for watching.